Hey everybody, and welcome to a very special post-season Big Brother 20 show with Rockstar and her fiancé, Chris, here to answer all of your guys' questions. It's gonna be so much fun, but first, let you guys know, if you missed any of our past shows, like Rockstar's solo interview, or pretty much any of the interviews with all the other house guests, they're all over at yourrealityrecaps.com/BB20. But you guys are here right now, so make sure you become a fan on YouNow. It is free. It lets you chat in the chat room, get alerted every time we go live, because we are live basically every night of the week talking reality TV. So make sure you become a fan over there. Some of you were asking, we are doing some stuff on Twitch, so the link is right there if you want. And of course, if you want to help support our shows so we can keep bringing you content all year long, consider becoming a patron at yourrealityrecaps.com/patron. You get access to the patron-only group, prize giveaways, weekly shows just for patrons, and of course, the after shows like the one we're doing after this show. And lastly, since I know you guys asked and you're excited, same deal as last time, #1 fan can have a Skype call or autograph with Rockstar. That being said, let's get to the people you guys all want to hear from. It's Rockstar Chris!
Hi!
How are you guys doing?
Good.
Wonderful.
First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
We are super excited about this engagement.
We are too.
And you know that everybody wants it to be a big studded Big Brother extravaganza. Like they expect you to have a Hive bridal party, Julie Chen officiating. Everybody wants it to be all Big Brother all the time. How do you feel about that?
Great.
No?
We've both been married before and we both had really big weddings. So we were probably going to keep it like low key and do some fun like reception or honeymoon stuff.
That is always the way to go. I mean, essentially it's just a big party.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
the best excuse to leave the kids with the grandparents for a week and run away.
Right.
And it's really the only excuse. So small wedding, big honeymoon.
Yeah, that's probably just why we're getting married, for the vacation.
For the vacation and the party. Look, I have a feeling that you guys are able to give great advice because clearly you are in a loving relationship. So here's what I want to tell everybody right now in the chat. I kind of know some of you were like, we want relationship advice. And then some of you were like, we want to know about Big Brother. So here's the deal, everybody. You can leave your Big Brother questions in the chat room right now. Or if you want advice on your relationship from Rockstar and Chris, you can leave that in the chat as well. We'll do Big Brother first, and then we'll go into relationship questions. Or you can tweet me them at hashtag YRRLive. But first, I thought it would be fun because, everybody, obviously, Rockstar knows you from the show. And I think everyone here knows Chris from tweeting during the season. And now we all know that you guys are engaged. But what we don't know is, how did you guys meet?
Do you want to tell it? I can tell it. We can both tell it.
Both tell it.
Go ahead.
Okay, so Chris and I worked together at a metaphysical shop, and how much can I tell?
Tell everything, and I'll fill in the blanks that you leave out on purpose.
Chris had like 5 girlfriends on a Google Calendar, and I was fascinated by that, so I would ask him about it, and then he found out that me and Manny were in the process of divorce, and then I was like starting to date people, and it just wasn't working out because they were like younger or whatever. And Chris one day just like started giving me all these metaphors in Alice in Wonderland speak, and he was like curiouser and talking about the walrus and the carpenter, and I was like, I really dig this. This is fun.
Okay.
And then on February 13th, I got a text from a scrambled phone number that said it was from like Missouri or something, or Minnesota, somewhere random. And it was like, I know I may never feel my breath against your neck or my heartbeat to your chest, but your eyes glisten when you talk about something you love, and your body moves like music, and you'll always be admired, and I know that you'll find love again one day. And I was like, who is this? Because I need to know.
Okay.
And
she thought she was getting catfished.
I did.
That was kind of the plan, was to fuck with her a little bit, which is something that I do every day.
That's true. And I showed my mom these texts, and she was like, that's one of your girlfriends. Like, that's not a man. Like, that's one of your girlfriends catfishing you. And I was like, I started calling all my girlfriends, and I'm like, yeah, I appreciate this and all, but like, come on now. And they're like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? So finally, I find out that it was him, and I was like, I didn't even think you liked me, because he was always making fun of me and like talking about my glitter and my fabulousness. And so we met up at like a local restaurant, and we were sitting in the car, and he was acting real weird, and then all of a sudden he was just like, I'm just so fucking in love with you. And I was like, you know what? I feel the same way, because we'd worked together for like a year and a half or something.
Right.
2 years, and then we never left each other's sides
Until she left me for 3 months.
Now look, I have some people might say that I have that I OCD obsess about the wrong thing all the time.
Okay.
And that was a very romantic, like, love story. Yet the only thing I'm focusing on is why Chris has a burner phone. Chris?
It wasn't a burner phone. It was an app for like free messaging and stuff like that. They randomly give you a phone number.
Really?
I don't even remember what it was that I used, but here's the part of the story that she always leaves out.
Okay.
We're going to talk about how I found out that she was separated. She denies it, but this is how smooth my girl is.
Uh-huh.
So a few weeks before we went out on Valentine's Day and the whole anonymous text thing happened, I was on my way into the back stock room, and she was coming out of the stock room, and right dead in the doorway, she stops me and she looks at me and she goes, so I'm single now.
Oh.
That is not true.
And I was just like, she really gave me the raised eyebrows, what's going on? And
Well,
I was like, I'm going to wait a little bit.
because Eric, he had these like girlfriends, and they were all on a Google Calendar, and they all knew about each other. And I'm thinking, this guy must know how to lay the pipe. Like,
Well, look, at least you won. You won, Rockstar.
yes.
You are the only person in his Google Calendar now.
That's
For
true.
life. No, I think a lot of people like relate to both of you guys and really love both of you guys, because I think you're very open about your relationship, you're open about your experiences and your life, and I think that's why people like really relate to your relationship and really love both of you guys.
Aw.
So, that being said, let's go to some of their questions. I want to take this one from Annie, and she says, first of all, best wishes and congratulations on the upcoming
Thank
marriage.
Thank you.
And her question is actually for Chris, and she wants to know, what was harder for you? Being able to see how Rockstar was doing daily, but not being able to help her, or when she went to jury and not being able to see how she was doing?
I would say A. When she was in jury, I found a lot of things to occupy my time other than watching live feeds.
Right.
So I got a new video game and got sucked into that, and it was kind of like, really was when I started to calm down over the summertime. While she was still in the Big Brother house, there were many a times I wanted to catch a flight to LA, kick the Big Brother door in, and rescue my damsel in distress. I had plotted it multiple times. I even, talk to some of her girlfriends about it, and I had a whole plan laid out, and I was just like, somebody tell me to go, and I'm gonna bring her home.
Oh,
I
So
cannot
that
tell you.
was the harder part.
I cannot tell you how many people have come on this show and said that, like partners or husbands or wives or boyfriends of the people in the house have come on the show and said, someone has to stop me. Like, I know the layout. I know where there's a pipe. I can get up the wall. Like, people do feel that way. It is definitely, I can't imagine what that's like. But very important question from chat room wants to know, and I do agree. What was the video game, Chris?
No Man's Sky.
Oh, okay. I am aware of it. We were hoping for
It
Fortnite.
was just released on Xbox One shortly before Big Brother started. And it was something that Angel and I both wanted to try, but we weren't about to invest in a PS4 just for that.
I hear it. Totally. We were hoping for Fortnite, but I think I did also see that you said you guys like Destiny 2, which I love and play all the time.
I like Destiny 2.
Well,
you guys seen that new Taco Bell commercial with the guy who's eating a taco and this guy's just kind of like doing random things for Halo?
Yeah.
That's how she plays video games. She kind of just spins in a circle and shoots.
Rockstar.
listen, I have a video game that I love and I am a stan for, and that is Fable. I love Fable 1, Fable 2, and Fable 3. And when another video game comes out with the story and the humor and the action and the customization of Fable, then I will be there for it.
All right. At least we love people that love games. So I love that you both love games.
The best part of her playing Fable, though, is at the end of every game, it gives you a character assessment of how you play the game.
Oh, boy.
And this girl would try her hardest to be, just the people's... to do all the good, give away all the things, do all the side missions, and help all the people. Well, at the end of the game, it basically said she was a narcissistic bitch, and she only did what benefited her, and I thought that was the funniest shit ever.
Well, where was that Rockstar in Big Brother, Rockstar?
That's a great question.
You were playing the wrong game that way. Next time, Rockstar, next time. Annie also wanted to know, her other part of the question was directed to you, Rockstar, and she wants to know, so how surprised were you when Chris proposed?
How surprised was I?
Yeah, like, were you really shocked? Did you kind of think that it might be coming?
I had an idea. He was acting really weird, and just he had like a anxiety walking out the door thing the night before, and he was like, we have so much stuff to do this weekend, and I'm like, I don't have shit to do. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna sit my happy ass here on this couch. Like, what do you mean we have stuff to do? So I started like, and he and my girlfriend like insisted that I go get my nails done, which I completely appreciate, and they can insist that whenever they want. But I would have been mad if I had some set up nails getting proposed to. That would have been upsetting.
You have to. I don't like people that throw these surprise parties for people and then don't have you get dressed up first,
right,
or have you be ready. It's very rude. People need to figure out.
Well, it's also very hard to get somebody to do that without giving things away because of how I am naturally. These aren't things that I say to her or like I encourage her to go do. She's like, I want to get my nails done. I'm like, get some polish and bring it home. I'll do it. So, I mean, me saying, hey, go do this. Hey, make sure you're wearing this. And aside from that, we've had the ring for like 2.5, 3 years. She actually tried it on the day I brought it home. And
really?
I'm a troll. Like,
he's such a troll. He said to me, just so you know, I bought your engagement ring, but I'm not gonna give it to you, and you're not gonna know when I'm gonna give it to you. And every time we go out to dinner, you're gonna be like, "Is this it? Is this the moment?" And it's not gonna be. Just letting you.
Okay, so about those relationship advice questions at the end of the show. Maybe we're not going to put so much weight on those.
No, we have so much fun together. I mean,
no. It seems like you two have a lot of fun together. And let me tell you, from what I know of relationships, that is the way you need to make it through a relationship and life. If you cannot laugh with each other and have fun at everything life throws
Friends
at
with
you.
benefits.
Right. Right, exactly. ZZ wants to know, can you talk about the ring stone? I read it was rare, but I don't know much about it, and I love the color.
Okay, so let's see. Can you see it? Wait,
That
where's
way.
my hand?
Yeah,
That way.
there you go.
So it's moldavite, and I want to say, I don't think it was a million. I think it was like over 100,000 years ago. A meteorite crashed in Moldavia,
Okay.
and the reaction of the meteor crashing caused this stone over time, moldavite.
Okay.
And it's been, I think, now completely mined out. They think that it was what the Holy Grail was made out of. Um, we call it hippie gold because it's gone, but only like people that know crystals and stuff
Right.
know about it. So its value is only increasing over time because it's completely gone. You can't make any more of it.
Oh, okay. I do love that. That is...
It's a space rock,
It's
basically.
a space rock reaction hitting the
Oh.
Earth. And it's sacred to Gaia, Mother of the Earth. So.
I love it. I love that story. Let me take this question from Maximus Mom, who we should give credit to, because she was the one, like, when I was saying, Rockstar, let's do an American Horror Story show, because I know you love American, and Maximus Mom was all of it, like, no, I want them both on together. You need to do a relationship show, both of them, and I was like, okay, we'll make that happen, Maximus
There you
Mom.
go. That's how you got here.
Hey, I've already told you I have fans that don't like you, so...
Well, look, Maximus Mom, that being said, I knew she was going to have an amazing, important question for you. So here it is from Twitter. And she wants to know, Chris, have you taken her Rockstar to the beach yet?
We haven't had a chance to do that. It's been really crazy busy. When I said that I was going to do that for her, things were a lot different when it comes to family, some health related things. And with that being said, we kind of just had to, she got one day to kind of like ease back into the swing of things. And then we just kind of had to go full force. School was well underway. I was still working, and I also started to apprentice as a tattoo artist. So that took up the free time. So, I mean, it's just been real busy, but hopefully maybe one day we can sneak away for just a ride down to the beach so she can put her toes in the cold sand.
So you both are beach lovers.
She is. I'm a mountain guy.
Yeah, because I don't understand the point of a beach. I try and avoid it at all costs. I don't know why I need sand in every part of me for the next, year. I don't get it. But you also like glitter, Rockstar.
That's true.
Yeah. This one time we went to the beach. This is a reason why I don't like the ocean as well. So I have a decent amount of tattoos. I have a really big one on my back, and it was still fairly new this time that we had went to the ocean. And the sun is the worst thing for tattoos, especially red ink. So the majority of my tattoo is red ink. So we're hanging out at the beach, and I've got sunscreen on. I was like, I'm leaving all my tea because I ain't trying to burn up my tattoo. I'm white as a ghost anyway. And I'm standing there in this water. The water's freezing cold, and I'm only literally up to my ankles. I didn't get sunburn anywhere but the top of my foot. And since the water was cold, I couldn't feel the sun burning my skin. Right. It looked like a boiled lobster. It was the worst shit ever. The whole top of my foot. And she's like, let's go do all this shit. And I'm like, crazy, man. This doesn't happen in the goddamn mountains.
No, it doesn't. This is why beach is bad for many reasons. This is why we don't love a beach. Carigo wants to know, Rockstar, what are you dressing up for Halloween?
Oh, can I reveal it? Do you want to wait?
We can tell him.
Okay.
Because it's so close.
We're going to be, Morticia Gomez. We're dressing the baby as Pubert from the Addams Family Values. And then my older daughter, Aradia, is going to be Wednesday.
Oh, I love it. So it's like the whole family is going to be...
Sort of.
Sort of.
We have, my oldest son is with his mom on vacation, and
then
Avalon, her youngest daughter, doesn't really want to mess with the group costume thing. She wants to do her own thing. So
wanted to be a sparkly pretty witch, so she's like a cousin or something.
There's nothing wrong with being a sparkly pretty witch.
I agree.
I was trying to push Cousin It on her, but she just wasn't having it.
I was trying to get her to be the grandma. Like the
that would have been
wild-haired grandma. I thought that would be cute, but she was not having it.
That would have been brilliant. New Jersey Girl says, Chris, do you do Blues Clues tattoos? Or will you be able to
when I'm finally free and clear to tattoo, I will do any tattoo.
Yeah, she's making fun of me. Here's a better question. And when you're doing tattoo apprenticing, do they teach you not to give tattoos to drunk people that walk in and go, I want Blues Clues paw print on my butt?
Do you have a Blues Clues?
The guy that I work for is a longtime friend of mine. He won't touch anybody if they come in, high, drunk. Even if somebody's got a cold, he's not going to tattoo you. Like,
Good.
He likes to take his time with his clients, and that's basically right now what he's really teaching me is his customer service side of his business.
Well, I love it because no one should be tattooed when they're drunk or, like I said, they get a Blues Clues paw print on their butt.
I love that.
Picture it ain't happen. Just say.
Giant, and I don't even mean little. I mean giant. Like looks like a big old hand.
Where is it at?
No, nobody needs to see
come
that.
on.
You can text it to me.
Yeah, there's pictures of it, believe me, but yeah, no. Queen Haley wants to know, how did your kids react to Rockstar being on Big Brother? P.S. I love you both.
Aww,
so how did the kids react to watching you guys?
The kids were so busy this summer. I mean, clearly they missed their mom, but the thing with kids, as long as you keep them active and busy, they don't tend to get too emotional. They handled it really well. They were excited to watch her at first, and they kind of fizzled out with it over the summer. Minecraft became more important than mommy on TV, stuff like that. So they did great. I mean, they were with me, they were with family members, they were with friends, they went on lots of trips, lots of extracurricular activities. So, I mean, even when she's home, the kids are very, very busy over the summer. So they handled everything pretty well.
Perfect. I saw Crystal B in the chat room said Chris should have got with Mike for the rescue mission. I don't know if you guys were familiar with Big Brother Over the Top, but Chrissy was someone that played on Over the Top, and her boyfriend said the same thing. I want to break into the Big Brother house. And Debbie Dawn is saying, Chris is giving me Jeffrey Dean Morgan vibe. You're so lucky, Rockstar.
I don't even know who that is.
I don't either.
Thank you.
No clue who that is, Debbie Dawn. I see Becca wants to know, Rockstar, what color is your hair now? It looks pinkish.
It's purple. It's just fading. I get it redone. My roots are, where are they? There they are. They're brown. I have dark brown hair, so whenever I get it redone, then it'll be more purple.
I love
like
it.
A lavender, I guess.
I see over on Twitter, Fayley Fan wants to know, Rockstar, did Chris clean the house and hide the pizza boxes before he came home?
I mean, come on.
Was the house to your liking, Rockstar?
Yes. And he added some stuff. He got, like, this keyboard that is rainbow and it glows for the computer. And,
Oh.
And Chris is very detail oriented, and I'm not, but he is, and he pays attention to everything. And even though he wears all black and he's like metalhead and stuff like that, he always does things like different lighting things that he knows that I'll really love. So when I came home, it was just, he had candles lit and it was beautiful and it smelled good.
3 months is a long time, Eric. very long time.
I am very much aware. Let me take a question over here back to the chat room. Oh, I saw people asking. I'm going to take it from MVCB41, a bunch of numbers, wants to know, are you guys looking forward to going on the cruise? So apparently there's a Big Brother
went
cruise.
shopping today to get some things for the cruise, some outfits, clothes.
We're so excited. It's going to be awesome. We're really thrilled. I even have some girlfriends of mine that are coming. And then, of course, the Big Brother friends. And, it's going to be cool. We have family that's agreed to watch our kids. And we're just going to... I don't think we've ever had a vacation without them.
I think the farthest we've ever gone without kids for a me and you trip would be King's Dominion.
Oh.
Really?
Which is not very far.
And one other time we traveled together, we went to Gettysburg and did like ghost tours.
That was fun.
Well, anytime you're in New York, you can drop the kids off here and they can play with Uncle Eric.
Do you have life insurance?
And by play with, I mean, I'm pretty sure you just make them clean and cook things, right?
You have life insurance, right?
I don't. I don't have health insurance.
You need both first.
All right.
Our kids are nuts.
I don't understand kids, I'm going to be honest.
Baby's kids.
Okay. Let me go over here. Chris, for both of you, Chris and Rockstar, who do you guys think is going to win the Swaggy versus Fessy basketball game? Now, did you hear about this rivalry between the two of them?
Yeah.
Where they both have a lot on the line of which one's better. There's a lot of smack talk happening. Where do you guys weigh in? Who do you think's going to win?
I got winner.
Oh, so who's winner? Oh, you got winner. All right. But who do you think's going to win their round?
I mean, to be honest with you, I think Swaggy has got the footwork and the handwork, and he's probably going to break Fessy's ankles a few times. But Fessy's definitely got a height advantage on him. I've seen Fessy sink some threes. So, man, I'm going to go with Swaggy.
Swaggy. Okay, Rockstar?
I think that I'm going to have to agree but I mean, if it was football, I would say Fessy would win.
Okay, this is interesting. I feel like I thought it was Fessy hands down, no question, but now people are making me reconsider, and maybe I need to think this is going to be Swaggy that wins this now.
I think it might be Swaggy, but I look forward to a good game.
Not a complete side note, but comment from Hannah's aunt in the chat room is saying, just so you guys know, the captain on the cruise ship can marry you for free.
Oh, that's a great idea. Wow.
There you go.
Oh, that was a good comment. I think our family might be pissed, but maybe not.
Get them to come on the cruise.
Right.
They've been to one of our weddings each once before.
That's true.
It's just another one.
Just another wedding.
Heather H wants to know, Rockstar, after being in the jury house, which house guest did your relationship with improve the most? Was there anybody that after coming out of jury you felt like you guys bonded way more?
I think that the people that I was bonded with, but I can say that one night me and Scotty and Haley had a really fun dance party. We just kicked on some music, and Scotty can dance, so like we were having a good time. And that was really fun. I really appreciated that moment in time. I also cooked for the people in jury. I wasn't going to cook for anybody in the Big Brother house because it wasn't Top Chef,
right.
You know. So, but I cooked for the people in the jury house.
Your chili could have kept you in the house a little bit longer, though.
My chili? Yeah, it is good.
They say never. I mean, I do agree. At the end of Big Brother, nobody's voting on who kept the house the cleanest or who cooked the most meals. It never works out that way. I saw Melanie S wants to know, Chris, how much were you screaming at the TV watching the shows and feeds? What was one of your most frustrating things to see play out?
There weren't things that I really got frustrated about on the show. There were things that pissed me off a few times on feeds, but most of the time it was me just rolling around on my living room floor laughing hysterically.
Just laughing from the Big Brother experience.
I mean, just one day I get off of work, and I got off a little early, and I come in and I sit down in front of the computer, and, you know, I do my after work routine, and I turn on Big Brother live feeds, and she's harnessing up to climb the wall. And I was like, oh shit, this is going to be fucking gold. So I bunkered down, and lo and behold, she goes up, and I'm on the floor laughing. For like, what was it, like 57 minutes or some shit?
And then you texted the girlfriends, didn't you? And you were like, turn on the show.
Everybody get on feeds right now, and I literally fell out of the chair where we're sitting right now on the floor, hysterically laughing. Then the feeds came back on, and she was still on the wall.
And,
Killed me.
And it was Caitlin that got you off that wall, right?
Oh my god.
No.
Caitlin, you don't credit Caitlin for getting you off that wall?
No.
Her words of advice and spirituality did not help you to break through your inner demons of letting go of what's holding you back in life?
That was not exactly what was keeping me on the wall.
I don't know how you did it. I don't think I would climb that wall either. I'm terrified of heights.
Yeah.
Terrified of heights.
But most nights, especially the live shows, I would turn off the show and I would just, shake my head. And I would go outside to smoke while I was still smoking. And my neighbor who was watching the show as well would come outside and offer me a beer every Thursday. And he would just be like, you need this? And I was always like, no, I'm good. But, Tom, dude, thanks for looking out.
That is good. I mean, please, I would be all over that. Free food. I mean, I would prefer food over drink, but yeah, no, I'll take anything food you want to give me. Sal 863 has a question for each of you. She wants to know, Rockstar, what was jury like with Fessy and Bailey?
It was great. I mean, it was, it was a time to unwind. So I think that's what we were doing. I was happy to be with my friends. Everybody was kind of, it's a weird transition time in jury. You're like working through things.
I was hoping you would come home with all kinds of tea and drama. And I'm like, tell me about jury. And y'all just pretty much stayed in your rooms and didn't do shit.
It's true. I mean, like, we were able to write in journals.
Right.
We were able to read. Fessy liked watching movies in the cool, movie room.
Yeah.
I would be like, Fessy, read this book. I'm not reading a book, Rockstar.
Obviously.
I'm like, okay, Fessy.
Obviously. I can't blame him. My motto is, I don't read, I'm read to, so I don't blame him.
Yeah, no.
I'll do an audiobook. Okay.
We enjoyed it. We had a good time.
Okay, her question for Chris is, how did you really feel about The Hive? So what are your real thoughts on Rockstar's alliance? Sal863 wants to know.
I honestly love them all, and that includes The Hive plus Swaggy. Swaggy and I started talking probably about 2 to 3 days after he was evicted, and we stayed in touch at least weekly. So we rode out the summer together, talking about missing Maya Angelou, missing Bailey. Also talked to Steve quite a lot. So I would say that Steve is honorary Hive.
We tried to keep him.
I interacted a lot with a lot of the other Hive members, family members, throughout the summer. We trolled the trolls together, me and the Sultan sisters. So that was fun.
Right.
So I mean, in the times that I've talked to them after the show ended, it's been fun, funny.
So you love it.
I definitely
love
rock
the
with them.
Hive. Good. I didn't think that you were not going to love the Hive. I want to take a question over from Twitter, and they say, Fairly fan wants to know, Rockstar, how do you feel about Chris wanting a showmance with Haley's mom?
Haley's mom is really hot, so I understand.
Is she? I have not seen pictures of her.
No, I mean, Chris, I guess you have to understand our humor. I think it's funny, and she thought it was funny, and when I met her, I thought it was funny, and I was just like, Chris is a trip. We just joke a lot, and people that know us know that we're just messing around. I mean, at one point, when I was still, we were divorcing, me and Manny, and my girlfriend, Jessica, who's, one of my best friends, I always call her my girlfriend from the here up, because I don't actually like women.
Right.
Like that, and she, would say stuff like, my girlfriend has a girlfriend, a boyfriend, and a husband. What kind of life are you living? So we're always joking. So I expected nothing less than Chris to have a showmance with someone, not me.
Perfect. And I've already realized that I mixed up this whole saving relationship questions and advice things for the end. So I've already messed it up. So we're just putting them in wherever now. I believe this is from Ange Lovedum on Twitter wants to know, question for both of you guys. What's your favorite characteristic / thing about each other? And congratulations on the engagement. So what's your favorite characteristic about each other?
Definitely the humor side, and the I don't give a fuck side. Just what you see is what you get with this woman. She's highly inappropriate and completely hilarious, and that's just pretty much how I am. That's how 99.9% of my family members are. So I gravitate towards that a lot. Plus, she's really hot.
Okay, so hot. No, Rockstar, what's your favorite?
Chris is really funny, so that really is one of my favorite things, but he's also just so talented. I mean, he can draw, he can make music on pretty much any instrument, he can sing, although he won't do that for anybody except for me and Isaac. He can, he's like a MacGyver of, we need something, and he just, here you go. And I'm like, oh my God, it's just so cool to be around somebody that's so creative and so talented all the time. It's just, it's magical. It really is.
Glad I went first.
Queen Haley just says, can we just talk about how beautiful a Rockstar looks tonight? You're getting a lot of how beautiful you look tonight.
Thank you.
And now I feel like after we had that nice touching moment of what you two loved about each other, here's a super fun question from Towel812 who says, Chris, what's one thing you think Rockstar did right in the game? And what's one thing you think she did wrong? And remember, I'm not with you when the show ends.
I think she read people right. She was really spot on with her predictions with the other side of the house. But very rapidly, and I can answer both parts of that question with this answer, very rapidly she would get in her own head, feeding off of her own side's paranoia, and just take that brilliant idea, this amazing idea that could have really did something, and just
Well, that was kind of a fault of the entire hive. I mean,
Yeah.
I would say that. We can't just put that on Rockstar. I
No,
feel like it didn't.
Maybe the worst thing would be the fact that
Okay, I mean,
I think
sure.
I spent a majority of the summer looking at the TV and the live feeds, thinking to myself, Angela, shut up. Stop. Don't tell them that. No.
Yeah, I mean, look, Angela did not get the dreaded, Rockstar did not get the dreaded STFU Rockstar thing. Like, every season, somebody ends up with the STFU Rockstar hashtag, or, STFU their name. So, I think you cleared that. So, you couldn't have been that annoying. I mean, look, I think we all know. I forget who, somebody did this great write up on what they felt like the 5 flaws of the hive were. And one of them just was like, you guys like lived in whatever the issue was for too long instead of moving away from it and coming up with the new plan, I guess, was a thing. But it's always easy for all of us outside the house to say that because we're not in there living it. And you don't know if you saying what you're saying to the person is making a bond with them or making them not trust you or what. And
Right.
poor Rockstar couldn't get anybody to listen to her. Bailey.
That's just like at home too. One of my favorite things to say now is if she fucks something up, I'm like, you foul-tayed that.
Yeah. I mean, foul-tayed is a new verb now. It is. It will forever be part of how people describe Big Brother things. It's why you're all so lovable. Because you foul-tayed things. I saw, maybe 420, and I saw a few people ask this actually. Where is Chris from originally? We like your accent.
Baltimore, born and raised.
Baltimore. Okay. Okay. Dee Dee and people in chat are saying that you and Chris look similar, Eric. He's the edgy version of you.
It's kind of like when you get a dog, they eventually look like you
No,
after
he said
a
you
while.
look like Eric.
Oh.
You know,
Not
he's saying he
like
looks
me.
like me. They're saying we look like each other. Interesting. Maybe. I think people just think people that have beards look alike.
I think you're both really hot, so.
Aw, thanks. Okay, Dave O. Oh, and you got this a lot too. Dave O says, so Chris, what was your greatest burn on Twitter? Because as you know, Chris was defending you all over Twitter to the trolls this season. So is there one burn that was your favorite?
Can you do that without really like causing more problems? I don't know.
Oh, like re-bringing up something
Oh,
that
you
already...
mean like yeah, then you don't need to re-bring it up. Or will, you know what? I'll ask
She
you
really loved the Summer's Eve meme thing that I did. That was good. And you
Did
gotta
she?
appreciate it. I don't care who you are.
Did she love it? It doesn't look like she loved it. I'll ask you it on the patron show, and we'll go into it. We'll go into that more on the patron show. Rocks. Oh, Maximus Mom also said, please, please, please have Rockstar do her Julia Child voice.
God, I wonder if I could even do it. Woo! I was really in the moment and I was really submerged in the character. It was kind of like a method acting thing. So I may have to do that again in a kitchen.
So maybe like a YouTube video, a turkey cooking with Julia.
Yes.
There is a small possibility that we might be doing a small Thanksgiving in our own house. So if that's the case, I will set up a live camera in the kitchen for y'all to watch her prepare Thanksgiving dinner.
That'll be fun.
That'll be something.
It'll be good. And people can like, I don't know. I was going to say people can do something. You can take shots.
Every time I drop like one of
Every time she foul-tastes something.
Every time you foul-taste something. Okay, look, I know you guys aren't in a rush, right? Because first of all, I don't even understand how it's been 45 minutes already.
No, we're good.
Okay, so I want to bring this up because I see a lot of Twitter being like, complaining about things lately that I think are ridiculous that people are complaining about. And I saw people in the chat were asking, what's the deal with the eBay? What's the deal with eBay auctions and house guests? How do you guys feel about it? Now, I don't know if they're being shady, but
My thing
what do you
is
guys want to say about it?
those items belong to her
Right.
or the other house guest. You know, like, they can do whatever the hell they want with them.
There are things that I want to keep forever. I want to keep the key. I want to keep the photo that we all have that's autographed by all of us. Right. I like my hacker hoodie. I think it's cute. I really like those sparkly pants from the Panic at the Disco contest or whatever the hell that one, the Mamma Mia.
They're Mamma Mia pants.
I know, but they just remind me of like cool disco pants. I'm gonna wear those to a party one night, Chris.
You know, like we catch a lot of flack. Well, we have, at least she has, about not donating the money from the eBay stuff. Mm-hmm. Well, first off, let's look at the bids in the auction. The prices aren't even really bringing in all that much. When either one of us really expected it to be like this huge giant cash grab or whatever. Mm-hmm. Secondly, we are a working family. Mm-hmm. You know, typical lower middle class Americans, just like everybody else. We're trying to raise kids, where we might not donate all of this money. You know, we have baby going through baby clothes, baby items. We do a lot of donations
with clothes and
outside of just throwing money to different charities. A lot of people don't know this, but my firstborn son is on the autism spectrum. Mm-hmm. He also has muscular dystrophy, Becker's muscular dystrophy. So a lot of the donations that we do as well go directly to Children's National Hospital, where he's seen and where they're basically leading research in both of those fields for neurological disabilities. So, you know, say what you will, but we do what we do, and we don't have to broadcast everything to everybody.
And I would like to say that, like, say you were in a play in college.
Right.
Are you going to keep the baker's outfit that you wore for the scene for the rest of your life? Or, I mean, there are certain things that I'm keeping, and there are certain things that I don't feel like we need to fill our closet space with.
I don't look, here's the 3 points I'm going to say. Number one, I don't think people care if you're giving stuff away, like keeping it or getting rid of it. I think people who want to complain are just going to complain and say, when there are people like Tyler and Angela that are giving it to charity, how come you guys aren't? Well, you just explained the main reason why you're not. But also, Tyler and Angela have a lot more opportunities presented to them to make money.
No kids.
And no children.
No children.
And
which is fine. I mean, they're young people, and, you know, maybe they will have children, and, I mean, maybe they'll be billionaires. I don't know. I wish them the best. But, like, for us right now, it's helpful to have more space and have more money.
100%. And like you said, you guys are adults, you have children. I think, look, I don't understand why anybody complains about what anybody wants to do or anybody wants to, like, put their money. The same thing with people were all mad that Sam was trying to sell paintings. Who cares? If the people want to buy her paintings, let them buy her paintings.
And she's good, I think. I mean, she's good at art. So, like, you should pay artists. I mean, you should pay artists. Being an artist is a job. Like, that's not, you know, I don't support people that are like, give me your free art. Why? That's somebody putting their work
The point is everyone is allowed to do whatever they want to do, and people can do what they want to do with their money, and it's just people looking to create a problem in general, I think. So I know it sucks that you're at the receiving end of it, but I would say to try and ignore it and focus on the positive. Like literally, for example, everyone in chat right now is saying it's nobody's business. You guys are allowed to do what you want and stop explaining it. You don't need to explain it to anybody. You don't.
Well, thank you.
To be honest, once we put our phones down and we're hanging out with each other, we're hanging out with the kids, we love y'all, but we don't give a shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we've got our own things that we need to deal with. So, and when we are on social media, we're typically right here next to each other, just, you know, I'll do something, I'll start laughing, and then she's like, oh God, what did you do now? And then she'll get on and she'll react to it.
And we have like gift wars and stuff, and it just makes us like geek out because we're, you know, and we'll like hide the phones so that like while we're sitting right next to each other so that we can type the perfect thing. And it's just another way to crack jokes and make each other laugh, really.
It is.
And it's fun to drag trolls. It really is.
Oh, that's my favorite thing to do as well.
I mean, I'm a hardcore online gamer, so like, you know, I've been doing it since, you know, Xbox Live first came out. So it's just something to do. It's how me and all of my buddies, I guess you could say that that's our love language.
Right. Oh, I agree. Look, you're in the right place here. That's what we like to do a lot here. And yes, people are saying, Eric, it's your chance to get a piece of the Big Brother house. Maybe I will. Maybe I will go and bid on one of Rockstar's things. Maybe that. Do you know that in 10 years covering Big Brother, I don't have one thing from a Big Brother house? No, from our Big Brother. I have things from Big Brother Canada houses. Nothing from a Big Brother house. Go figure that. But I agree with you. And it also becomes like, what am I going to do with like a horseshoe or something? I don't know. BB Fan 20 says, Chris, what did you think of the Brett song that Rockstar did on the Fields?
I tell her often, your legacy, my love, is that you got douche, micro penis on national TV.
She did.
That's what you did.
Yeah.
He's like, you didn't win Big Brother, babe, but you got micro penis out there, and that's got to stand for something.
It does. I think it's brilliant.
Like when our kids get to the age where we're like, yeah, you guys are allowed to get online and do this, that, and the other. You're not allowed to Google your mom.
Well, that should always be the standard.
No.
It should always be.
Do it.
And you guys are fine now, right? I mean, I believe we asked you this on your show, Rockstar, but just in case anybody is not clear that is watching this back later, you and Brett are cool now, right? Like everything.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Like I said, we haven't really at all communicated since Big Brother, but I think we're fine. I'm sure he's, you know, we're not like.
He's out there being Brett.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no animosity.
For any of the house guests, this is just my take on it, based off of, you know, seeing her every day and seeing her talk to her friends every day. Everybody's just kind of doing their own thing, and nobody really gives a shit. Like,
it's post-life BB.
Right.
It's like when you go to work. You work with people that you can't stand. You go home, and it doesn't matter because they're not at home. Like,
right.
You know, so I don't think any of them really cares. To be honest with you, it just doesn't seem like it.
I think you guys all care, but I think you all also realize this is the most important time for you. In January, Celebrity Big Brother starting. And then everyone's going to be focused on that. And
Right.
then, God forbid, and then Canada starts in April or March. And then the next, like, this is the time where if you're trying to, capitalize on coming out of the Big Brother house for whatever you want, for your YouTube channel, your social media, or to do, whatever, now is the time to do it. So I don't really blame anybody for trying to, like, do it,
Yeah.
post-season. I just saw a question. Oh, it was from Diane BB fan said, please tell Rockstar that her cooking show with the carrot cupcakes was amazing and hilarious. I never laughed so much. Watch out, John. We have someone here who on Tuesday nights does a cooking show and talks reality TV. So you did a carrot? So you did carrot cupcakes.
So my girlfriend, Patrice, she was geeking out because when it came out about my engagement announcement, none of the news outlets actually contacted me. They just basically like went on both of our Twitters and just copied and pasted.
Mm-hmm.
And so the thing that they left it on was me responding to trolls. And so it was just like, I'm just a cisgendered female that loves the eggplant or something. And my girlfriend geeked out and she was like, first she's jerking off carrots and now this. And I'm like,
oh God. Legacies, which I have to say, I don't want to go back, but you just reminded me of the last point I wanted to make on the eBay thing. Nobody does more that I have seen for sticking up for all groups of people and minorities in and out of the house than Rockstar did. And again, this is no shade to people that are doing stuff for charity or whatever, but there's a big difference between like I'm doing a gesture now versus I live my life to help people. And I just feel like it's very clear, Rockstar, that you are somebody that lives your life to help,
yes.
people who seem
I asked her to get me some laces the other day from the store. Mm. So this is what she brought home for me. Some nice rainbow laces.
Oh, fun. See? Who wouldn't love a rainbow lace?
She said you got to show some support. So I said, all right, put them in the shoes.
That's what you have to do.
Thank you, Eric, for saying that.
It's not just me. I mean, believe me, everybody says that about you all season long. But I mean, I hope that you know that people feel that way about you. Rockstar, Melanie says, Rockstar, did you know that JC would ask production for you to make the space peck stuff?
Yes, and I called him a little bitch every time.
Oh, I'm like, what? Was there, like, food? Oh, you mean he was trying to get you to do your punishment? He wanted
me to, yes. I wanted him to get a punishment so bad because he just reveled in other people's pain. And I was like, please give this little shit a punishment because he's a Sally for sure. He really loved to see the pain.
Well, you saw the end of the season. He was a bitter banana. I was going to say angry elf, which I feel like I can say that to JC at this point. Him and I are joking with each other now. So he was very bitter at the end of the season is what I'm saying. So trust me, karma boomerang back on him. Becca wants to know, are you in touch with Sam? How is she doing?
Sam is good. She's busy. She is working. She's excited that we're engaged. And she said she's not really talking to anybody. She's just kind of living her own life.
I see somebody said in the chat, Chris, what did you think watching Rockstar's OTEV moment?
Well, you foul-tayed that too. I mean, you get to a certain point watching all of the foul-tays that you just
accept it.
You know that there's going to be another one. And then you wake up the next day and you know there's going to be another one. Then you wake up the next day and you know there's going to be another one. Just when and where.
I mean, I feel like I'm your biggest defender here on this one, Rockstar. I feel like it
Thank
was
you.
apparently obvious to me that you were not sure and you needed clarification for your own self.
So I don't know if they showed it every time, and I still really don't know. But every time I ran up there, I turned to the person next to me and asked if I had the right answer. It
Yeah, I don't
wasn't
think
just that time. It was
Right.
every single time. So
I called that too. And even with the whole 1200 thing, I could tell, because I know my girl, that she wasn't actually trying to do math. She just said, screw it, I'm just going to go ahead and take a random guess. And that's why she wrote 1200 with 60 times 30.
yeah, because I was like, math, no. At first, I was like, I'm gonna figure this out. Then I was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna guess.
CJ Jordan wants to know, Rockstar, do you know what other of your cast mates are going to be on the cruise with you guys?
Caitlin said she's going. Fessy, Haley, Swaggy, Bailey, Scotty, Steve's family is going.
Some of Scotty's family.
Some of Scotty's family is going. And then, as far as I know, people from other seasons as well.
Okay. Kim M says, quick question for Rockstar about her hair, because I love it. Did they have to bleach it first and then color it? And is it more than one color?
So this is one color, but I have had like purple and gray before I started just dyeing it purple. So when it fades out, it gets these like cool lavender highlights that are like, some of it's whiter. And yes, they have to bleach it level 20, and I don't do it because I don't want to have all my hair fall out.
Della G is asking a question that I saw a lot of people asking as well. She says, congratulations to you both. You make a really
Thank you.
amazing couple. But Chris, would you go on Big Brother?
No.
No,
No.
you wouldn't?
Absolutely not.
Really?
Really?
I think you would be good, Chris.
I think I would be a week one eviction, whether I was voted out or I walked out. It would be week fucking one. I'd be gone.
You probably would be like real, like, tired of these people. Like, I don't know.
$1,000. 1 in 16 chance at 500,000. You're
Yeah,
saying
but see,
no.
the thing is too, like, that's where she's stronger than me, because I couldn't make that sacrifice to walk away from her and my kids. I mean, I'm pretty introverted, believe it or not.
It's not a show for the introverted.
I'm pretty introverted. I like being at home. I feel most comfortable and most happy with my family, with my people. So I would go absolutely apeshit not being able to see or talk to them every day, even though they drive me completely. Like, I need them.
All right, I'm gonna take like 3. We have so many questions. I will take more of the questions in the patron show, but we're like well over an hour. But I just want to do these like 3 more. Rockstar, how long did it take you to not have to worry about Bob telling you to stop that all the time?
That was in the jury house, but I still haven't started singing like I used to again. I haven't, like, oh, Christopher.
You're not a fan of the singing? I saw your sing
like my
reply to
voice?
JC.
Yeah, no, the singing, I still haven't started singing. I used to just randomly burst out into song all the time.
I'm the rock star in this house.
It's true, but I can sing, Christopher.
You can. I'm just picking on you.
I have a feeling that Rockstar is like me, where we just sing everything that we're doing. And I cannot sing. Like, I am tone deaf, cannot sing a correct note. But I will walk around my house being like, I'm throwing out the garbage now, taking out the garbage. That's just how I go through my house all day long.
We do that with the kids all the time because they can't stand it. When they don't want to listen to us, we give them directions via song.
Yeah.
And it drives them so nuts that they listen.
Perfect.
Parents, tip. Drive your kids crazy, they'll listen.
That's true.
Victoria C wants to know, Chris, had you been in the house this season, who would you have worked with?
Probably Scotty. Scotty, probably Steve. Steve, we got that dad thing going on. But definitely Scotty. Scotty is a lot cool. Like a majority of my buddies, my close friends. Again, Scotty's a gamer. Scotty.
Scotty
Sure. Because he's a gamer. I agree. I think
Scotty's just so quirky and cool and funny. Like, I stan Scotty. I love him. I think he's great.
Scotty is the best. I completely agree. Rockstar, is there anything in the house that you were worried about? Like, was there anything that you were like, oh, I hope this doesn't get shown, or I hope this won't happen, or I hope this? Was there anything like that you were worried about?
Patreon.
Oh, okay. Okay, we'll bring that one up there then.
Because Chris asked me that and I answered and he was like, "Oh yeah, that got aired."
Oh, okay. Christina C. Chris, have you had a Rockstar nunchuck for you? I don't know what that means.
Has he had me nunchuck for him?
Yeah, I thought that was actually really funny that was part of her punishment, because I'm actually pretty good with those.
You got nunchuck skills. You got guitar skills.
So, and she knows it because I've done it for her before, and God, it killed me. It just killed me. It was like one of the best things ever, which is why I very rapidly was like, please, somebody dub old 80s martial arts sound effects over top of these clips, because I need it in my life.
I love it. I'm going to take a last question from Emma, who says, today is my birthday and it's so great I got to spend it with both of you.
Happy birthday, Emma.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. So here's what I want to do. I like to do this. I like to give you guys full screen to say whatever it is that you want to say to all of your fans watching. So let me go ahead and give you full screen to say whatever you want to say. You have hundreds and hundreds of people watching now. And P.S., if this video tomorrow, which will be out for anybody, is like our other videos, Rockstar, do you know that your video on our YouTube channel has the most views? That's right, more than even Tyler. So I think you're going to be speaking to lots of people. The floor is yours.
Well, I just want to say I think it's really cool to even have fans. I mean, at all. Like, it makes me just so happy all the time. It's cool to go to the mall and have people come up to me. It's cool at the gas station, at the grocery store. It's cool at home with my number one fan. Chris has fans. He says don't even like me, so that's cool too, because Chris is awesome and should have fans.
What do you want to say to your fans, Chris?
Maybe not necessarily anything to my fans, because they're all great and they know that I love them. But for the haters, please keep on hating. Like, you give me life.
Haters gonna hate. Well, let's talk about the lovers for a minute. Now,
yes.
I know that today you guys had a fan meet and greet. Do you guys have any others planned coming up at the moment? Or is there anything, like, how can people interact with you, basically?
So, more so me, I'm kind of sort of her acting manager at the moment, keeping her motivated to do
Chris
things.
Is organized. We're working
on stuff. But if anybody wants to reach out to her, they can do it through social media. We've got a website up for her. It's amfandrockstar.com.
Okay.
You can reach out there.
I'm learning editing for my YouTube channel. And one thing that I really want to do, but Chris says I may not have enough clout yet, but one thing that I really want to do is like I want to ask people to send me their music and art, and I want to feature that because I love music and I love art. And so I think it would be really cool if people sent me their music and I could be like, yeah, I've been jamming out to this song all day. Like I can't get it out of my head. And then be able to like put that on as a part of my show, which will include things like the show is going to have our family, but then also like sometimes it'll have drinks with my girlfriends or my gay friends, so my other, my boyfriends, and like, so I want to have like different, I guess like this is a show that you can show, this is a family appropriate show,
Right.
this is the not family appropriate show, but it'll probably all be on the same show, just with like a cool rainbow warning or something. I don't know.
Well, I'm telling you right now, chat's on board. I already see people saying in chat, I'll send my music, I'll send my art, do it. I think 100%.
I love that. I
you-
love music and art. Like nothing feeds my soul more. So
Yeah, if anybody wants to send us art to her P.O. box, which is on her Twitter, we love all kinds of art and would gladly put it up on our walls. Our walls are already plastered with
covered in art.
lots of our friends' stuff. So
Yeah.
So
send it away.
So here's what I will do. I will make sure that your website is below this edited version tomorrow, as well as your P.O. box.
Thank you so much, Eric.
Now, what socials do you guys want people? Like, where do you want people to follow you as far as social media? Like, do you prefer one over the other?
Instagram,
Twitter for me.
Twitter for Chris. I like Instagram too because I like making videos and stuff like that. My Instagram is Angela MFN Rockstar. For my fun neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not what that stands for. But,
Okay.
And I don't know. I'm just like, as soon as I figure out this video editing, which I have a couple friends that are gonna come by and help me with that because it's like I figured out how to do these cool transitions, but then it's like if I stick a picture in, then there's no sound, and it just like, so I'm trying to figure that out. But once I figure that out, then I'm gonna start banging out shows like left and right because I have a lot of content because I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of stuff to say.
Great, since Red Dead Redemption just came out. So
you can play that.
Okay. All right. If your
put on the
friend,
shows and we'll meet somewhere in the middle.
if your friends can't help you, I can help you I'll help you. I can help you figure it out. I see a lot of people in chat saying, "Oh my God, I can't wait." So, perfect. And Chris, what about your Twitter? You're not on Instagram. You're just on Twitter.
Well, I mean, I have an Instagram. I just found out a couple days ago that I have a Snapchat too.
Uh-huh.
I have a Snapchat.
I have a Facebook, but I don't really mess around with social media a lot. I mean, I do with Twitter because I've just had a lot of fun goofing off and messing around. But I like the other stuff like Facebook and Instagram. It's, a lot of family stuff. And it's pretty intimate. So I'd like to keep that separate from all of the crazy Big Brother stuff.
You used to put your art a lot on Instagram, and I really loved that.
You should. Well, look, either way, I will have all of their socials below this video. I saw Lindsay has been posting the links to their socials in chat for you guys right now. If you guys are watching, if you guys are watching this back later, the links will be below this video. I also want to say really quickly, make sure that if you guys are watching on YouTube, you thumbs up and subscribe here so you can check out all of our stuff on YouNow. Make sure you become a fan. We are live every single night of the week. And if you're listening back on iTunes, give a 5-star rating and a nice review. Those are all great free ways you guys can help support us and Rockstar when her YouTube channel goes up. And yes, I also saw people asking if you have any Amazon shopping to do, just start at yourrealityrecaps.com/Amazon. You don't pay any more and it really helps us out. Now look, Rockstar and Chris too, both of you. You've been getting an overwhelming amount of love in the chat room. I cannot even tell you how many people said, make sure you end the show with them knowing how much that we all love them. I'm going to take it from Ondine. Ondine, who lastly just says, I love both of them so much. They are my favorite couple
Make a heart
ever.
with me, Chris. You want to do the I love you. You're doing the backwards, the Fessy.
The Fessy I love yous.
Make
I want to
a
say...
heart with me, Chris.
Oh, God. Yay. Perfect. Patrons, we will see you guys in a few minutes. Congratulations to Leslie. You are the #1 fan on this show. Leslie, I will follow up with you.
Yay, Leslie.
If you want the autograph on the Skype call, I know where you live. So I'll follow up with you. Leslie, patrons, we will see all you guys in 2 minutes. Everyone here on You Now, we'll see you guys back here tomorrow night. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, guys.